Technically nonsense, all of it. Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Technobabble moments in Doctor Who.
It's timey-wimey thing.
Timey what? Timey-wimey?
I've no idea where he picks that stuff up.
For this list, we'll be going over some of the occasions when the Doctor, or others, spout a load of rubbish that's either incredibly technical, nonsense, or both, as a means of explaining something.
Why not?
Spacey racy, isn't it?
Number 10, timey-wimey detector, Blink. The menacing Weeping Angels are fan-favourite villains, but their episode tends to be confusing to say the least. During their first appearance, the stone creatures send Billy Shipton back in time to 1969, where the confused police detective encounters the 10th Doctor and Martha Jones.
Where am I?
1969. Not bad as it goes. You've got the moon landing to look forward to.
The Doctor's breathless explanation of the angels and what has happened to Billy leaves the man's head spinning even more than his sudden, unexpected trip in time.
They're creatures of the abstract. They live off potential energy.
What in God's name are you talking about?
The Gabby Time Lord doesn't make things any easier by explaining how he found Billy with his ridiculously named timey-wimey detector, which he explains goes ding when there's stuff. Thanks, Doctor, that clears up everything.
Get on with this. This is my timey-wimey detector. Goes ding when there's stuff. Also, it can boil an egg at 30 paces.
Number 9, Deadlocks, various. The Doctor's sonic screwdriver is often akin to a magic wand, though its most frequent use is in opening locks. However, it's not without its weaknesses. Besides its ineffectiveness against wood, the Sonic is also unable to open deadlock seals.
Can't open it.
It's got a deadlock seal. Ever since Big Brother 504 when they all walked out.
What is a deadlock seal, you might ask? Search us. It's just something the writers made up to stop the Doctor getting through doors or fixing things too early. While their inner workings may never be shown, we can assume they're some kind of fiendishly complex locking mechanism.
It won't stop! The doors are locked!
It's deadlocked. I can't stop it.
And the name seems to suggest that you could keep trying to open one until you're dead, which in the Doctor's case is a very long time indeed.
Hold on, we can get him through the window!
Deadlock the building.
Can't get it open!
Number 8, a complicated process, Demons of the Punjab. After receiving a mysterious broken watch from her grandmother, the 13th Doctor's companion Yaz wants to travel back in time to meet her grandmother in her youth.
Just for an hour. See her from a distance. What's the point in having a mate with a time machine if you can't nip back and see your gran when she were younger?
While the Doctor is initially against it, due to the numerous dangers involved, she actually relents, hooking the watch up to the TARDIS's telepathic circuits to locate Yaz's gran.
Go on. You know you can do it.
This process, which she describes as very complicated, involves lots of technical jargon, most of which she omits due to being beyond her friend's understanding. But basically, it involves taking the spatio-temporal energy of the watch to find Yaz's gran.
Any object amasses all sorts of fragmentary spatio-temporal particles through its life. The TARDIS can read it, like date stamps.
Basically, speaking of spatio-temporal, Number 7, Spatio-Temporal Hyperlink, The Girl in the Fireplace. A trip to a spaceship in the 51st century sees the 10th Doctor, Rose, and Mickey encounter a number of odd things about the vessel.
There's enough power running through the ship to punch a hole in the universe. And we're not moving.
Besides its enormous power drain and lack of movement, there's the fact that there's not only a fireplace on a spaceship, but also that there's a room on the other side of it where there can't be one.
Actually is an 18th century French fireplace. Double-sided, there's another room through there.
It can't be. That's the outer hull of a ship.
The Doctor refers to the fireplace as a spatio-temporal hyperlink, presumably meaning that it's a bridge between one place and time and another, though he quickly confesses to Mickey that he made the term up because it sounds better than magic door.
What's spatio-temporal hyperlink?
What's that?
No idea, just made it up. Didn't want to say magic door.
Number 6, Lost in the Fog, Horror of Fang Rock. This classic serial sees the Fourth Doctor and his companion Leela embroiled in a murder mystery at a lighthouse, naturally involving an alien.
That's odd.
What is?
Lighthouse. Without a light.
The shape-shifting Rutan manages to imitate one of the lighthouse keepers, while picking off those stranded at the lighthouse one by one, after being stranded there itself. The Doctor and Leela also end up there because they're lost, as they were supposed to end up in Brighton. But as the Doctor explains, using overly complex techno-speak that goes completely over Leela's head, they got lost in the fog.
Because a localized condition of planetary atmospheric condensation caused a malfunction in the visual orientation circuits. Or to put it another way, we got lost in the fog.
Number 5, dimensionally transcendental. Various. The Doctor's TARDIS is, as many people throughout time and space have noted, bigger inside than it is outside.
Don't believe it. It's bigger inside than out.
Yes. That's because the TARDIS is dimensionally transcendental.
This is due to advanced Time Lord engineering, which allows for dimensions to be engineered in such a way that they're able to make large spaces fit into smaller objects.
That's silly.
That's transdimensional engineering, a key Time Lord discovery.
However, because everything scientific needs proper terminology, the correct term for the TARDIS and other vessels and objects in the series being bigger on the inside is dimensional transcendentalism, which is not at all in keeping with Time Lord's propensity for pretension.
I wish I had time to explain dimensional transcendentalism.
Number 4, talking to an empty TARDIS. Partners in crime. When a miraculous new weight loss treatment hits Britain, the 10th Doctor and Donna Noble investigate. But not together, and not together. Definitely not.
You just want to mate.
I just want a mate.
You're not mating with me, sunshine.
No, this future TARDIS duo go to look into adipose industries independently and continue to almost run into one another throughout the story until they finally do. One return trip to the TARDIS sees the Doctor enthusiastically gushing over a piece of technology disguised as a pendant, only to remember that he's alone.
Oh, fascinating. Seems to be a bioflip digital stitch specifically for...
Thankfully, once he and Donna meet up, he finally has someone to exposit wonderfully specific nonsense to on a regular basis. Number 3, defeating the Wire, the Idiot's Lantern. When the 10th Doctor and Rose end up in 1950s England, they discover an energy creature lurking inside televisions. This being, called the Wire, is able to consume the energy of people's identities, which involves removing their faces. It also conspires to use the upcoming coronation to gorge itself on millions of viewers.
Oh dear. Has our little plan gone horribly wrong, Doctor?
Fortunately, the Doctor is able to stop it by trapping it on a Betamax tape of all things. Younger viewers can look it up.
I turned the receiver back into a transmitter and I trapped the wiring in.
Rose asks the Doctor how he'll stop it from escaping. His explanation is rather complex, though the gist of it is that he'll just tape over it.
Just to be on the safe side, though, I'll use my unrivaled knowledge of transtemporal extirpation methods to neutralise the residual electronic pattern.
You what?
I'm going to tape over it.
Number 2, Dr. Donna saves the day. Journey's End. The season 4 finale is some of the biggest Doctor Who has ever gone, with the Daleks and Davros poised to destroy reality, a ton of companions, and Donna helping another Doctor grow out of 10's spare hand. So it's only fitting that some of its biggest technobabble is in this episode too.
And closing all Z neutrino relay loops using an internalized synchronous backfeed reversal loop. That button there?
Just when everything appears doomed, Donna manages to stop the countdown to the end using a process she describes in words that sound quite scientific, but probably aren't.
Oh, bioelectric dampening field with a retrogressive arc inversion.
Exterminator! She then proceeds to save everyone and everything using even more technobabble. Given what happens after, we're happy the Dr. Donna got her moment though.
Part human, part Time Lord. And I got the best bit of the Doctor. I got his mind.
Number 1, reverse the polarity. Various. One of the most recurring and memorable pieces of technobabble in Doctor Who, and perhaps science fiction, is this phrase.
Really shouldn't take that long just to reverse the polarity.
Whenever the Doctor finds himself in a bind, they'll often reverse the object of their frustration's polarity. Either that, or the flow of its neutrons.
I can't even budge!
Reverse the polarity. What? Reverse the temporal polarity.
While this phrase does have some basis in science, it doesn't always make sense in the context of the show.
So he's reversed the polarity! Keep back!
First popularised by the Third Doctor, the word is that actor John Pertwee liked the sound of it, and given the phrase's enduring popularity, many fans and people behind the scenes do too.
I very much doubt it. You see, before you reactivated it, I reversed the polarity of the neutron flow. You did what?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.